This was before the wedding?
Yeah. No, it was after the wedding. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It was after the wedding.
Well, I have to look at that.
Do you have it ever?
I don't think so. I don't remember it. When did you put all this together? Long time ago?
Oh, yeah, years and years and years.
Years.
That's really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. People used to do this sort of thing.
Oh, this is cute. Was this a wedding favor?
Uh-huh.
You give that to Jerry.
Yeah, that's right. She wants matching.
Do you remember your wedding day?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Can I give you some questions? Is that my dad?
James Patrick Babe, this is from the hospital. Check that out.
$163?
That's what I'm saying. Check that out. And I was in the hospital for 5 days, or 4 days. 5 days, I've forgotten what.
Our initial bills were $13,000 for all this.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have insurance.
Jane.
Like I say, it's a different world. Well, by the
Look at
time
this,
Jim-
though. This is
Jim
the
was
bill.
born,
Oh, what is it? Who?
That's Jimmy's.
That's the
Oh,
bill.
Jim's?
Yeah, you
For
must
Michael,
have.
yes.
Oh.
Same one right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Did you guys burn these edges?
Yeah,
That's
just
pretty cool.
to make it look different.
I hope you're done with this.
No, don't worry about it.
57.
Yeah,
Is that your address? West Hook Avenue?
that's the house that we own, yeah. 8214 West Hope Avenue.
Michael
Built
Terry
it brand new. Yeah, and all the neighbors were laying lawns at the same time and putting in driveways, and yeah, it was kind of a fun time. Everybody was poor.
Golly, how old were you guys there?
Oh, who's the youngest one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that would be just when Jim was a baby in 57. That was probably 57. Oh, duh. Okay. 30, 40, 50, 25, 27, 28.
Oh, this is funny,
I
baby
was-
Jimmy.
That's your daddy.
Uh-huh. Got a mohawk.
He was a cute little baby.
Really?
Oh, yeah, look at this. Absolutely adorable.
Did they roughhouse with him?
Oh, yeah. Of
No,
course.
it's James. He'll like literally run across the room and tackle Ellis.
All the time.
Yeah. And Ellis is just one now where he thinks it's hilarious.
Ellis
Yeah.
has to, when Ellis hears running behind him, he's like, he moves so fast. He's like,
learned.
Yeah, he'll come and like
he'll
hide
like look
in our
behind him and
legs.
run.
You
They
turned,
call that built-in reflexes.
Yeah, survival.
Yeah.
you turned 30 after you guys had 4th kid.
Uh-huh. That's a fact. That was our garage that we built.
Yeah, we built that garage.
Yourselves?
Yeah. Well, laid the cement, the whole 9 yards.
Would you learn how to do that?
And I helped put the roof on it. Just the best we could. Oh, that's Dan's mother and father.
My mother took bad pictures.
What do you mean?
Or you say bad pictures.
I mean, she was. Some
She was
people
not
take good
photogenic.
pictures. Well, take a look at the expression on her face. It was, my mom was a friendly guy, but it doesn't look like it in the
Yeah.
picture.
When did you start having the kids mow the lawn?
Well, obviously not there.
I don't think they ever did. Joe does now.
Well, he'll pop over and mow it on occasion, not all the time.
Yeah, most of the time I do it, but every now and then I'll hear the lawnmower running outside in the
Surprise.
rain, mowing the lawn.
That's my dad.
I think he was a cute baby. This one's one that I like.
Is that professionally done?
18 months.
That's cute.
Okay, this is something that I just had the idea of doing that, and I think that's interesting if you're doing photo albums, is to clip stuff, or if you clip it out of the paper, it's too big, but to take a picture of it and print it, and you can kind of keep up with current events and what point in your life they
Yeah,
occurred.
Kennedy assassinated.
Yeah, so I wish I had started doing that earlier, but I didn't. But in case you're inclined to start now. Yep, and it's fun to do, but it's something that we just don't get around to doing.
Temporary arrangement made our last program in 1996.
Yeah, there's a message there.
What's that?
Well, anticipating that we'd be here for 5 years, and 60 years later we're still here.
Where did you think you were going to go?
Oh, who knew? But I didn't think we would, St. Louis would be our permanent home. When he found out we were being transferred to St. Louis, I thought, I don't want to live in the South. Well,
funny.
I was in Milwaukee. This was the South.
Yeah.
But then wherever you're planted, you make friends and get involved in stuff, and suddenly it's home.
They would put weddings in the paper?
Mhm.
Who's that?
Me, smart now. Why did I even answer that question?
Oh my gosh, your monthly payments were $77.
Yep,
That's unreal.
yep, except that our monthly income was about, what?
75.
3,000 down, that's pretty nice.
Yep.
Why did you guys decide to do the checks for everybody's birthday and holidays? It's incredibly generous.
Well, actually, it was kind of a battle because I feel a little guilty about doing it. It seems like going out and finding a present and wrapping it and mailing it is more of an effort and therefore more preferred or whatever.
No, but like you send cards on like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And Halloween.
Well, yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty major expense. That's pretty cool.
It's becoming, I mean, this thing is growing exponentially. I mean, there's obviously a time when it's going to have to stop, but I think I'll be gone by then, so I won't worry about it. But, yeah, no, well, I just like to send cards. So I think I've passed the point now where I apologize for sending checks as birthday presents. Because I think back to, your mother always gave us, well, not a check, but cash or money. And that was
it's
always
so funny you think there's any negative part of that. We're all like, holy cow, this is so
only from the perspective that gift giving in the broad term should imply serious thought ahead of time and planning and preparation and effort and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I was raised to believe, right or wrong. And so, therefore, just to write out a check and mail it, that doesn't sound like it takes much effort. But then I go back and I think to myself, man, we were awfully glad to get those checks.
Yeah.
Or that cash, whatever it
Maybe
is.
it's a strategy. We seem to keep having more kids and we won't get one.
There's no limit. I mean, feel free. Bing!
Oh yeah, Michael has the same birthday as Kaylee.
Yeah, June 13th. Except he was born on Friday the 13th. He was born at 11:10 in the evening at night. Well, I went to the hospital in the morning, maybe around 10 or 11. Long, hard day. The day, well, at noon that day, they turned on the street lights because it was so dark out. It was raining and thundering and lightning and just a real electric storm. And they had no air conditioning in the hospital at that time. And it was a long, miserable day, as I remember it.
Yeah.
And you were sitting in the waiting room,
Right.
drinking a beer.
Well, not drinking a beer, but or maybe I was drinking a beer.
But in those days, they didn't let the husbands come in with the wives. That was for a boat, and they might bring a germ or something. I don't know.
So far, Aunt Jerry was the prettiest baby.
Yeah, she was cute. Oh, now that was one of the nice things that your grandfather did. I'm glad I saved that. That was,
Is this
You
your
wrote
handwriting?
that?
Huh?
Is your
You wrote
handwriting? Huh.
yeah.
You have good handwriting.
I was in the hospital.
That was a good job. I have to admit that.
So was that when I was in the hospital for surgery or with one of the kids? I don't remember.
Hysterectomy.
Oh, that's surgery. Oh, that must have been after John, I would guess. Well, that's not why they took
All
him.
safe sex.
53, okay. That's why we were still in Milwaukee.
You guys are in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
My dad always talks about this, like a lamb.
Oh, yeah.
He said that was like his favorite.
Yeah, Grandma Faber always took, every fall would take us on a picnic, you know, beyond what most people would regard as picnic time. But it would be chilly and we'd go out to some park and she would roast a leg of lamb in the and bring it in the roasting pan, and very simple, and bring some little bun and maybe some chips and make leg of lamb sandwiches. Oh man, they were so good. They were just absolutely great.
Yeah, they were good.
They don't seem to sell lamb in the stores these days. I've looked a couple of times. And when they do, a small leg of lamb about this big is about $25.
Really?
It would cost us $100 to buy enough lamb for one meal.
Yeah, she made it until the meat just fell off the bone. Yeah.
I used to cook like a lot.
Right.
Oh man, who is that?
Does it say on there?
No.
Oh, Michael.
How did you guys do potty training?
Did I get him potty training?
Yeah, we're in the midst of that right now, and it's not very fun. He's starting to get it. Kelly's done a good job of it.
I always think they really train themselves when they're damn good and ready, and I think they just suddenly slap their hands against their foreheads and say, oh, that's what they're talking about.
I've been trying to teach him to say, I gotta take a dump. Because if you go to daycare and you say, I gotta take a dump, like, it's not so inappropriate that it's offensive.
Well, your father would say he had to go number 2, right?
Number 2? Yeah.
That's not a whole lot better.
Man, all these kids cost between $100 and $150.
Yeah, so whose is this? Boy Faber. That doesn't help.
Daniel,
Oh, okay.
what is this? Announcing a new son.
Oh, that used to be a little clipping that they cut out of the paper and sent to you and
You
asked
like
you
that?
I do.
to return.
I do. This is all dangerous for me. Just keep eating.
Well, we know what to get you for Christmas. You can big pay all that stuff.
Well, here you were promoted.
I was?
Architectural rep.
Oh, Well, that's good.
Well, I think I also commented on what the salary was at their end.
Annual salary of $10,000.
Wow.
When you're transferred to St. Louis.
Well, yeah, that's when we moved down here.
Yeah. 66.
That's my mother.
That's your mom. Okay.
That's my mother.
Oh wow!
And-
You made your last mortgage payment in 1996.
Yeah.
Matt and Cindy said that they talked about buying this.
Oh, I'm sure they wouldn't want to hear.
So I didn't know if she'd talked to you about it, so I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, no. No. Well, they haven't talked to us about it, but in fact, I think I made the comment. I'm not sure she even heard me, but a few weeks ago they were talking about it, and I said, well, gee, it's too bad we haven't gotten ourselves moving a little bit more, and you could, I would assume they would buy the lot and tear the house down and build what they'd want to
I
build.
can imagine that's what everybody in this neighborhood probably does.
Yeah, I would think so. First time we looked at this house, we came in, I said, I wouldn't live in that for anything. The woman and it was a little bit different, but not a whole lot. The woman who lived here had been in the house maybe 9 months at that point in time, had done nothing to the house in the time that she lived here. No curtains at the windows, no carpet on the floor. I mean, it was hardwood floor.
Okay.
So she had built it, but not really lived in it, or she was.
Well,
living
they bought it. I mean, I don't think they had built it in the sense that they chose parts for it. But they built the house and then either found that they couldn't handle it, or else they got, I don't know if they had to move or transfer or something.
You bought it for $33,900.
For 31?
30. Yeah, basically 31.
Okay, we could have gotten it for 29. We came down house hunting one time and had friends who were renting a house down there, and we were at their house for dinner. Friends of ours from Milwaukee, and they said there's a house up on the on the court that's for sale. And so we looked at it the next day, and I thought, that's not all I want.
What did you want?
Well, we needed, unfortunately, and this is the killer, we needed 5 bedrooms. 4 bedrooms would have been manageable, but 5 bedrooms. Well, you had your choice of 3-bedroom house with 2 bedrooms in the basement, which is not what I wanted, or a 5-bedroom house, which is a McMansion with 5 bedrooms. So we were looking around, well, this place had 6 bedrooms at that time, the way it was laid out. 4 up here and 2 downstairs. The first time we looked at it, no way, and we started looking at the what was available in and around St. Louis or De Pere, Kirk, or whatever. Found that more and more this was beginning to think, oh, maybe we could make it work. I guess Evelyn Axon, the real estate agent,
You remember her name?
Evelyn,
finally woke us up and said, hey, this is the market, you like it or not. This is what you've got, so you have to make your choice. Anyway, so this is where we wound up. And it's worked for us.
Yeah.
Excellent painting.
Excellent pain.
Yeah, that was the reason.
She must be dead and gone by now. She was
I'm sure.
an older lady at the time. But she was a tennis player. How do I remember that?
It says your last house in Milwaukee was your favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I love that house.
What did you love about it?
Everything. The layout, the downstairs, the neighborhood. She didn't care that much for it, but I like that house.
So
That
far you
house-
haven't liked any of the houses.
Well, that house was exactly, we had a house at that time on the 8214 Hope Avenue. You asked before, was that our address? Yeah.
Yep.
We owned the house at 8214 West Hope. It was a 3-bedroom house with the living room and a kitchen and a downstairs. And we needed more room, obviously, with 6 kids. So what I really wanted to do was to extend our kitchen dinette area back and do exactly what those people had done in that house. Build a family room, add another bedroom, add another bathroom, and expand it, things like that. Which was exactly what that house that he loved so much was. They had already done it, but they had done it in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, and we lived in Milwaukee County. The difference in the taxes, had we done that to our house, we would have been paying, I don't know, a couple $100 a month more on our mortgage to accommodate that house in that location. Or we could move out to this place that had the same thing, different location. It was a nice location. I just didn't want to move. I like my parish, I like my house.
And your family was there, right?
Yeah, so you put the dollar signs there and there's no way you can say, so we moved.
Why do you think that you guys were able to justify leaving? But I know similar situation happened. My dad looked at Pittsburgh. What kept them from taking it, even though it was probably a better situation?
I don't know.
My answer is probably family.
If I had to put one word to it, yeah, I would think so.
Did you guys not have that?
Oh, of course, of course. Moving down here was very difficult. And I remember when you told your mother.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you told her?
I told her I was transferred, and she said, "Oh, you're not going to take it, are you?"
Okay, I don't remember hearing words like that. I think she just said, "Oh." and just
At first, yeah.
shriveled.
She said, "You're not going to go, are you?"
Yeah.
Well, she lost her whole family. All her grandkids.
Well, she still had a daughter who was somewhere in the world at the time.
Yeah. Her husband was dead, and she had,
Yeah.
5 grandchildren, times 6,
Oh, yeah, 6.
and they're all going to pack up and leave. Broke her heart.
How did you deal with that?
Well, I was, all wrapped up in the fact that I'm going to be moving, and yeah, that was a hard move. It was for me.
Yeah.
It was for everybody.
You were moving because you were being promoted. You were going to get more money. You were getting
Yeah.
acknowledgement for a job. Well done.
$10,000 a year.
Blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
I got to move down here and do the same thing I was doing.
Yeah.
So don't tell me how bad it was for you, Buster.
Well, no, I said it was hard, and I said it was hard for you too.
Yeah, it was. It was very hard.
It was.
Was there ever talk of moving back?
Huh?
Was there talk of moving back to Milwaukee?
No,
No.
no, that would have been going backwards. You take a step forward, you don't go backwards. No, once you're gone, once you're moved away, then this is home, and you make it your home. That's how it goes. But yeah, I often hear the kids talk about family traditions, or our family does this, and we family think this way or believe that or whatever. I don't remember anything was ever declared that this is the way our family does stuff. I think each one of the kids has taken their own interpretation and applied it to their lives, and it usually has meshed with the way we have lived our lives, I guess. Not too much variation in it. So I'm glad, and I feel very lucky that they're all this close. John and Patty, a couple hours away, and they can all be together, bang, bang, like that. But there's a price to pay. I mean, it doesn't happen without effort. Somebody has to be the glue that holds all that together. And for the most part, I guess that was obviously me. It was my place. I did the cooking and took care of the social contacts and what have you. And now that's kind of, I don't know if it's deliberate. No, it wasn't deliberate, but just by osmosis, it's landed on Jerry's lap, and she's kind of the one that takes care of all that stuff now.
And she's great at it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's good at it, and then there's a very simple explanation. Her house works. I mean, we would still be having Saturday night dinners here if I could get 20 people at my table out there. Now, I could, and I have a couple of times gone up to 22, but it's so crowded, and even this way, getting around out there really doesn't work. And then there's not that much room around here for people to move, and
Yeah.
the house just doesn't work for that kind of numbers.
And for the small kids, it would be impossible.
Yeah,
For
and
the
she's got the downstairs little ones,
rugrats
get on
running
the
around.
outside.
Yeah, just wouldn't work.
So it works, has worked out well. And no, I mean, and your folks have the same problem. Their house wouldn't work for a whole bunch of people.
They've been talking about moving for years.
I know.
Years.
I know.
I don't think they'll ever move.
No. So what did Cynthia say about buying this house? That's news to me.
You guys should talk about that.
No, okay,
We're
you
not
started it.
stepping in.
Yeah.
Go ahead. She would like to, or she wouldn't dream of it?
Yeah, I
She
wouldn't.
would like to.
I wouldn't wish it upon her.
She would like to?
I think it was more about the lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the location
Right.
she would love.
Yeah,
'Cause, I mean,
that's
they're
what they
they're
want.
in this parish, and I
And
guess.
so I was giving her shit. I was like, so you're going to buy the lot and tear the house down? I was like, you cold-blooded woman.
I would be the first one to throw the stick of dynamite into the house.
Really?
Why?
Oh, it needs,
She doesn't want this house. She wants this lot.
right, tear down the house.
Yes.
He's saying he'd be the first one.
I'd be the first one to throw a stick of dynamite to blow this place up.
Oh, that way. I thought you meant to keep her from doing
Oh,
it.
hell no.
No, because I mean, this house has to come down.
Oh, it's,
From the day I walked in, I had a list of 20 things I wanted to do.
oh, now they're 21. It needs everything. It needs siding. The inside needs to be done. Driveway is shitty.
Always has.
We
been.
got mold. We got woodpeckers.
Which you love to shoot, right?
Right.
Rat.
Gives them something. Keeps them
Shoot
busy.
at. You ever hit one?
Once.
Once?
Yeah. My grandkids made a big deal out of it. They gave me the t-shirt. And I've got the tail feathers of the bird hanging in the hallway downstairs. As you go down, you see the horseshoe.
Yeah.
Those 4 tail feathers are
That's
for
that
the
bird.
woodpecker. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I was joking with Cindy. I think that's actually really cool. I know they want to. I know they like this area.
Yeah, they're looking in this area because of the parish.
yeah,
And because
yeah,
they go to the school,
yeah.
St. Clement,
But they wouldn't want this house.
Well,
I
no,
think they would.
The lot.
I
Yeah.
think.
yeah, but I can't imagine. Okay, if we were to sell this house, and we're talking about selling the land, I think I'd probably go for in the 200s.
Oh, it would be more 300 to 500.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Just a lot would
But
go for
well,
that.
what I'm saying is, but that is just the lot, and then plus that you're going to have to pay to have the house torn down,
Well, that's all these replacement houses.
and before you start building, you've got $500,000 into it. So I mean, who can afford that?
Take a look around at all the replacement houses.
I know that. I'm talking about our kids. No, I would be if we could find an apartment. And we have had this kind of discussion
Yes, we
several
have.
times in the last couple of years. If I could find an apartment in this area,
I'd visit.
we would move. It would only be logical because one of us is not going to be around a lot longer, and to have one of us in this big house just seems unreasonable to me. Oh, there's so much to take care of. One person, first of all, doesn't need 4 bedrooms and blah, blah, blah.
What do you have to take care of?
Well, the house, all the upkeep for any house. Not that this is a special house. Any house requires a lot of upkeep. And if it were me that was left, there is no way in the world I could do it. If it had to be done, I have to hire it. And it would get to the point where it would be ridiculously expensive. He could do it. I'm not sure he would want to, and his physical condition may not continue to be as superb as it is at the present time.
Yeah.
He thinks he's pretty smart just because he's 90 years old. Walk to church and walk home and come home and bounce up the stairs. And
Amazing.
It is
Yeah.
pretty amazing. You should pat yourself on the back.
no, not pat himself on the back. Just be grateful. Understand
Good.
where it comes from. And don't get carried away. It's nothing to do with personal effort. Well, maybe a little bit. Yeah, a lot of it. He does exercises every single blessed morning.
That's great.
What do
Whether
you do?
we're on vacation,
Well, it's just simple stretches.
they're exercises.
Now they're
good.
stretching my back.
Which is one of the reasons why you can walk up and down stairs.
Yeah.
And people who don't do things like that can't.
Right. There's
Shall
where.
remain nameless. But
Once
Where
in
have
a
you
while-
there is a message here, by the way,
That's it.
Yeah, you
Finish
stretch
them
for
all.
you to read it.
Where have you looked?
Put them in your
What's your
pocket.
preference?
There's not that
That's
much
Where would I
left.
look?
Yeah.
Well, if our kids
Oh,
are
I
coming,
haven't
they'll
looked.
finish them off.
I just know there's
For
nothing
you.
close around here that I'd be interested in. But okay, where I was going with that was I would be happy to move out of here if we had a place to move to. I mean, I'm not that wedded to this house anymore. It's time for us to get out of here. I
Well, there are places all around. Assisted living places. Well,
don't think I need that yet.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but they do have nursing home, assisted, and individual places to live. Therefore, you won't need those services. But if you do, then you can move to them. I mean, they got big complexes like that now. Not too far from here. So you see there's no place like Friendship Village.
Oh,
What's
it's
that?
just across the street.
It's not that far away.
He goes, I'd visit.
Yeah, I visit. You could play bridge and have all sorts of fun. And I'd visit occasionally.
Is this how these conversations go?
Pretty much. Pretty much. And then I get up and fix dinner. That's the way it goes.
Did he have this sense of humor when you guys first met?
He must have had. Yeah, wouldn't you think that was maybe one of the most important things in the relationship? Is to be able to laugh together? And maybe especially to laugh at yourself? Yeah, I think that's very important. When are you going to learn to laugh at yourself?
I'd rather laugh at you. Right? You set him up, kid.
Oh, man.
I should be here soon.
Well, I suppose there's words of wisdom in there someplace, but I'm not sure where. It's the challenge.